Hi, Gemini rising sign. Welcome back to my channel. Here is your weekly forecast starting on the 8th of June until the 15th of June. Sorry, 14th of June. So this week is all about you. We have got Uranus and Urania kind of like uniting in your first house of identity, personality, presentation. It's sparking that radical personal awakening for you. Meanwhile, the spectacular Venus-Jupiter conjunction brings an absolute jackpot of emotional warmth, support, healing, actually, to your second house of security, self-worth, material comfort. But Uranus creates this critical evolutionary bottleneck across your financial axis. Um, sorry, in your work axis, which is, of course, happening in your fourth and 10th house with Virgo, South Node, and a North Node in the 10th house. So let's get going. I mean, Urania, asteroid Urania enters your first house. So that's a massive flash of cognitive genius hits you regarding who you are. It's about exploring who you are. It's about potentially having that kind of like idea that I want to be presenting myself differently. The first house is our personal filter on the world. So this alignment acts like a sudden electrical charge to your identity, an old rigid self-image or a habit of modifying who you are to fit in should shatter. You experience a sudden breakthrough regarding your personal freedom, changing how you view yourself and kind of like sparking that irresistible urge to express your absolute, unfiltered individuality. But of course, my favorite aspect of the week is going to have to be that Venus and Jupiter conjunction, which is taking place in your second house. So that should be bringing you abundance. That should be bringing you luck when it comes to money. This is also a flooding of emotional and physical abundance into your foundation. It can bring an inner sense of peace, safety, and deep realization of your own values. So if you have been feeling anxious about your survival or stability, this transit should restore your confidence completely. It's also about exploration of your talents. Remember, this is happening on Aries Dwat. So this requires sudden, independent appreciation. We don't have to be dependent on others. It's a day for you to boldly claim your value, invest into your physical comfort, buy things that bring a genuine sense of long-term luxury and grounding your life, basically. Yes, watch out because it can actually indicate that you want to be spending a lot of money on yourself as well, though. Now, we do have got the Saturn Pallas conjunction happening in your 11th house and it being squared by Mercury on the very same day in the second house. So the Saturn and Pallas Saturn conjunction kicks off a crucial three-part tactical strategy to restructure how you handle peer pressure, social circles, group expectations, or how to actually get going towards a long-term aspiration. This is like a weaponizing logic to protect your personal resources and time from being drained by the crowd, by your friends. Now, Mercury squaring it from the second house means overthinking your personal security or feeling friction between your own values and the friend's opinion might try to cause a bit of a doubt. So the universe demands you ignore the social background noise and set firm logical boundaries within your network. Of course, this could talk to you about collaborations as well, but they might not be wanting to give you as much money as you would like to, for example. Now, Hopi enters the second house as well, and Hopi is the asteroid of territorial defense. So this is a protective instinct that shifts towards your material comfort, your time, your peace of mind. It's like a sacred duty to defend your personal space, securing your physical belonging from outside interference, and draw a hard, unshakable perimeter around your personal boundaries, your finances as well. Hopefully is a protective type of energy there against Jupiter and Venus, who might want to overspend. And then Hopi comes around and says, no, we have to protect our bank account. In a way, it says we should stop being or exploiting our generosity towards others. We also have got Venus in your second house squaring Chiron before actually it enters Leo. So the morning brings a bit of a healing crisis regarding an old wound of feeling unappreciated or financially, emotionally insecure. You might not believe as much in your own talents. You might not feel supported, for example, by your partner because Jupiter rules your seventh house. You might not feel supported by your friends, and that can cause a bit of an insecurity. But once we clear that block, the energy breaks wide open into that total mental confidence. So Venus enters Leo, shifts the focus entirely onto the creative expression and daily interactions, and you step into that vibrant, proud phase where you speak your mind with that royal confidence, enjoy warm connections with others, with your siblings, in your local surroundings, and express your thoughts beautifully, hopefully without holding back, though. Moon goes out of bound in your first house and it goes out of bound on 4-degree Gemini up to 19-degree Cancer. Why it's so super important is because we have got Ceres, Uranus, asteroid Lilith, and of course Urania as well around those 4-degree. So that's a lot of physical energy. There is a lot of internal rhythms that go a bit wild, a bit unconventional. Moods can fluctuate rapidly. Your body's needs might feel highly erratic. So you need to stay flexible, listen to your physical cravings, trust the sudden unconventional urges to change your daily diet. Watch out for your sleep patterns as well because it can make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. And then once the moon moves into the second house, then let's watch out for those spending habits because moon is accelerating the Jupiter and Venus conjunction also. But the most important aspect of the week, in my opinion, is going to be the Uranus and the nodal squares. So, of course, this is super important. Uranus and Urania sitting tightly together at the front door of your chart. So that's you, that's your identity, that's your how you present yourself to the world. That particular first house gets quite a high voltage right now. And but it is at a crossroads with the nodes. So that's between retreating into your private domestic safety and stepping boldly into public visibility, claiming your outer authority in the world. Or this entire life direction shift is really triggered by that electric revolution within who you are, within your own personal identity and self-image. Now, the South Node in the fourth house represents that comfortable, deeply draining trap, the habit of hiding at home, the habit of maybe asking for permission from your parents. So that's the routine of retreating into your private shell of home, getting bogged down in an old family dynamic, staying small and invisible because the familiar comforts of privacy feel safer than facing the world, right? So this habit keeps you stuck, repeating past emotional loops. Now, Uranus hits that live electrical wire. So that's a sudden shift, a radical breakthrough in your personal confidence, a lightning bolt realization about who you are, an irresistible urge to stop adapting to everyone else's expectations. So that's an awakening. But this awakening acts as a deliberate cosmic fuse to blow up your old kind of protective shell. When your self-image shifts, kind of like at lightning speed, you can no longer afford to stay hidden away in the background, to hide behind others. You are forced to choose the 10th house north node. So the universe is demanding that you pull yourself out of that private shadow and step directly into the spotlight of your own life, to sit in the driving seat of that car. You are being pushed to take up space, stand visible, take responsibility for your own path, and to lead with confidence. Uranus is trying to show you that your inner personal evolution can only mature when you stop hiding at home and start showing up fully in the world. So hopefully this is going to bring you a lot of clarity, and it's going to completely shed an old insecure self-image. And instead of staying home or overanalyzing your fears behind closed doors, you feel that urge to step out into the public life, and then maybe to go on a date, for example, or you take on a highly visible role, or make this major public facing choice that completely redefines how the world sees you. And maybe there is an internal shift in your personal boundaries, and it makes you realize that you have been playing small to keep the domestic environment or the family comfortable. And you start dropping that habit of retreating into the passive role. It's about being active in your own life. So you might make a major decision about your life direction without waiting for validation from your inner circle. Maybe you decide to move out. So let's step into that public visibility. Let's embrace your personal evolution. Let's shed old domestic habits. Don't retreat into your shell out of fear. That's a trap. Going back to something that is familiar is always a trap. And don't apologize for taking up space. Don't shrink. Don't minimize your achievement to keep people around you comfortable or happy. Let You must be seen, basically. That's the bottom line there. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. And you can share the video with others as well. And I will see you in my very next forecast. Take care. Bye-bye.